actually had a script written up and everything for a video, and I recorded it, and then the audio didn't work very well. So I actually was going to re-record it. But then I decided to completely scrap the whole entire thing and speak straight from my heart. First of all, I want to say thanks to Mark and PJNET and everybody who was involved in giving me this amazing opportunity. I did not think my Twitter/YouTube page was going to go anywhere. And in fact, last week, I was actually going to delete it because I thought it was kind of dumb. And then my daughter had commented on a video I posted, and I thought, man, she's watching me. So I have to do this, because if I quit, she's going to think it's okay to be a quitter. So 2 days ago, my YouTube, oh, that fell. Sorry about that. My YouTube was blowing up with notifications over a meme or picture I shared. I don't know if it's technically considered a meme, about adoption, and it said something like adoption shouldn't cost more than abortion. And I don't really want to get into the whole pro-life thing. Definitely an important message, definitely something I definitely want to get into. But I actually have a different message today that ties into that, though, why I shared it. So the reason I shared that picture is because a couple years ago I had a miscarriage, and then I got pregnant a month later. I had all kinds of complications with that pregnancy, and after my daughter was born, my youngest, I had to have a get my tubes tied. So I can't have any more children, and we have been blessed with 3 beautiful girls, but we wanted more. And some people may think that's crazy, some people may understand, I don't know. But the point is we've been looking in the possibility of adopting one day. So we've been looking at adoption and all the struggles with it, and my husband and I both have been raising awareness for it, because we have children. There are couples out there that don't have children, and it's 10 times worse for them than it is for us to go through these things. So that's why I shared that. And when I had my miscarriage, some people told me, God has a plan. And I've really been thinking about that today. That plan is really what made me share that meme. And because of that horrible experience, it turned into something good. And I just wanted to say, God has a plan. We don't always agree with God's plan. We don't always like God's plan at first. We're upset because the plans we had aren't working, aren't going to go through. And other people are upset because they want to have control over our lives, but they don't understand God has a plan. And we need to remember that we are not living our life. We're living God's life. And He created us all for a reason. And only He knows what that reason is. But He created us all for a beautiful purpose. His plan for me is not the same as other people's, and vice versa. But that's something that a lot of people struggle with. We are not in control of this life. We are not in control of other people's lives. So just because you may think somebody may not be able to do something doesn't mean they can't do it. Now, there's a difference between living in sin, doing something sinful, and doing something people are worried you can't do or you can't achieve. And yes, we've all got haters, and I'm not talking about the enemies, the haters. I'm talking about the people who want to control us, or us having control over everything. We don't control everything. God does. And that is really what I wanted to say today, because it's my first video, and I think it's a message that needs to get out there. And I definitely do want to. I have a really good message for the Second Amendment thing. That's actually what I was going to talk about. But this really, and I got inspired by some events today that made me really want to say this. I just wanted to say that I find it interesting in my life that I or other people can always say that God has a plan when our plans coexist, or when their plans for me coexist. But when God's plan is different and my plan is different from my plan or someone else's plan, then it becomes all this. You need to do this, you need to do that, you can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, And the thing is when God is on our side, who can be against us? And what more beautiful message is that? When God is on your side, or when God has called you to do something, no matter what it is, He is going to give you the people and the materials to do it, because it's His plan. And His plan will be more beautiful and better than anything we can imagine. And although at the time it may seem like we are bleak and in a dark hole and things are horrible, God is there with us. And He does have a plan. And just remember that with God on our side, who can be against us?